Hey, all right, guys. So today is November 19th, and we want to do this live stream because next week it's I'm sure everyone who lives in the United States and you all know it's the Thanksgiving holiday. I actually never know is it Thanksgivings or Thanksgiving, so someone can teach me the difference. So I know I have we as a Energy First Impact Later, we have a lot to thank for. Really thank you for all of your supports. Our channel, our clientels, and the way the FO Golf brand, the Energy First Golf, it's getting a lot of notice and getting a lot of support. So thank you very much, and it's been a great year. So, you know, as you all know, we always do live streams occasionally. In the future, we kind of mentioned to you guys before, we are looking for our own locations, and we want to do live streams really on a regular basis, because the way how it's set up, as you can see, you know, most people will probably think we're not as professional, but again, we just started the channel back in 2018. That's when I believe the FO Golf system, it's flawless, where there's no contradictions. That's when I start the YouTube channel. So today, what's the topic today? So I find it, you know, obviously I give lessons pretty much every day, every week. So I run into a lot of new clients and new students. So today we're going to talk about, which you all know, if you guys follow our channel, we talked about there's 3 stages of learning golf, which is the spin and trajectory stage. So today we're going to talk about this a little bit more. The reason why I want to talk about this a little bit more, because I have a new client, all right, I won't name names. So he came to me. So he said that, man, I have about 6 coaches and I've been playing golf about, 23 years. I say, okay, good. So what can I help you with? He said, I can play golf pretty good. I can shoot into low 80s, sometimes occasionally get into 70s. But I mean, I'm losing distance, okay? I just want to get a little bit more distance. I say, well, okay, so what if you do get more distance, what's gonna happen? And they said, well, that'd be great, I can play, I can just hit the ball further, and get a little bit more distance, have a little less pressure. I can play with guys who can, swing the ball longer. I said, okay, so let me see your swing. So what I did is I filmed him from the front and down the line. So he swung and we talked, and I see his swing. So he has a very predictable fade ball fly. So as you all know, if there's a fade ball fly, it usually goes from left to right for right-handed player. Obviously, for lefty, it goes from right to left, right? Well, hold on. Yes, right to left. That's for lefty. Anyway, so I say, well, if you can play in the 80s with that swing, so what's the problem? He said that, well, I just want to get a little bit of distance. I want to learn how to hit draws. I say, well, can you hit a draw? Again, whenever I use the word hit, in my mind, I go, eh. There's like a flinch because I really don't like the word hit. So, but again, the language, it's just language. So I say, let me see you swing a draw. And he said, man, Lawrence, if I do swing and draw, usually my ball goes way left. I pull left. Okay? So I say, well, go ahead and try one. So he did a draw swing. Of course, we all know what happened. The ball went left. He said, man, the ball always goes left if I just try harder, if I swing harder. I say, wait a minute. So you're telling me whenever you swing harder, the ball goes left? He said, well, yeah, because I just feel like I gotta turn the club over, I gotta get a little bit more speed, and then the ball go left. And then I say, is that the way in your mind think that that's what draw is? Right, I asked him. So he kind of thinks for a moment. So all of a sudden, he goes, well, if I don't hit hard, then I don't have distance, and then I always have a fade, but I just want to learn how to hit a draw. I say, what's wrong with the fade? He said, well, sometimes it can go right too much, and sometimes if I do swing harder, it goes left. I say, okay, I get it. So basically, then I asked him, you had 6 coaches before, what did you learn? Like, what did they teach you? Like, what is the principle of fade, draw, all of those sort of nuances? And the truth is, he really couldn't tell me. Basically, the way how he swung the fade ball is just based on club goes from out to in. And he actually doesn't know that he doesn't have a in to out swing. He thinks he has an in to out swing. Which, again, I don't like to use the word in to out. I'm just simply saying that, if you swing the golf club correctly, it will produce a proper downswing path and outward path. That's most people say in to out path. So what he has a very sort of, but he doesn't really swing over the top. He does have a little bit out to in, which give him a little bit consistent fade. All right? What I'm trying to tell you guys is this. As crazy as it sounds, he doesn't know why he's doing it. He just say that's how he do it, but he doesn't know why. And then he said, well, I can play that shot. I said, yeah, sure you can. But if you want to get a little bit more distance, or if you want to hit a draw, you don't know how. But most importantly, he doesn't even know why and how he's hitting the shot that he's hitting. Right? So that is really concerning, right? To me, it's almost like he said, well, that's, my natural swing. All my 6 coaches, teach us kind of that way. Keep the face square, try to swing into out. But I did say that, well, if you do that, you are controlling the face, and then there's tension in your right arm you're not able to release. So in other words, there's no way your swing path is going to go out, so it's always going to go in. So the inward path is a very sort of majority percentage of a factor why you will fade the ball. So, make a long story short, he's extremely confused. Then I say, look, I'm not going to try to confuse you. If you want to play in the low 80s, you say you're happy with it, I wouldn't change what you're doing. I just wouldn't. Okay? But if you say that you want to hit a draw, you want to get a little bit more distance, I say, buddy, we need some really foundational or fundamentally you have to understand, or your body has to understand what is going on and how do you control the body. Right? Basically, he was very confused, and he's very rejected, because usually when I give lessons, I tell people exactly what I see, And the truth is, he came to me because I would consider his number 7 coach. So in other words, he's always tried to get more distance, try to hit a draw, or sometimes not so much of a fade, right? He's tried at least maybe 5 times or 6 times, because I'm assuming the first coach, just beginning coach, but afterwards. So, I do believe, as you guys follow my channel, we talked about there's 3 stages of learning golf. The first stage is called the power struggle. The second stage is called the spin and trajectory control. The third stage is called the spin. Well, no, sorry, I misspoken. The first stage is power struggle. The second stage is the speed and distance control. And the third stage is the spin and trajectory control. Okay? But simply put, this particular new client has everything mixed together as one. And there's no clear definition or understanding what each department or stage means. Because simply put, he came to me saying, I want to control my fade, or I want to learn a new pattern of a shot. That's what he's simply saying. Because we all know, swing a draw, you'll get more distance. Right? But he doesn't know that in order for him to do it, there's other stuff that's involved to get to that stage where he can control the trajectory and the spin of the ball. Of course, we're talking about spin and trajectory because when you spin the ball, it gives you the left, right, center spin, all those nuances. So that's the reason why it's called the spin and trajectory control stage. So, and he was confused, I really tried my best to explain to him. So, but the problem is that he said, well, why do you think I have a power struggle? If I have a power struggle, I wouldn't be able to play golf in the 80s. I say, sure, you can swing the golf club just with your arms. I mean, shoot, I can shoot in the 80s by just play field hockey. Right? The key point is, you come to me, you want to get better, and you want to know how to get better. Okay? This is the reason why I always tell a lot of my clients, yes, you can play golf in any which way. You can hit the ball, you can open your stance, shut stance, try to control the ball you think you will control, but then a lot of times you will come to me and say, well, I can't really be very consistent on my ball flight. And that's the reason why this new client, he came to me. He said, I want to, basically, going back to what I always talked about, he came to me, he didn't want to be more consistent. Then I say, you're not looking for consistency. You're looking for better control of your body. So you know why you always have a fade ball fly. And you know why you try to hit harder or swing harder, your ball will go left. Right? So, today we're really going to talk about, we want to answer some questions regarding spin and trajectory control, which is the third stage. And we're going to, in the future, during this winter season, we're going to put out some more fitness videos and a lot more videos regarding the spin and trajectory control. The truth is, then, he kind of mentioned to me, he said, well, one of my coaches, I kind of really like it because when I was taking lessons from him, I was able to really hit a consistent fade. I say, what is he teaching you? He said, well, he teaches me, really understand getting the palm of my right hand face the target, when the downswing feels that way, create this image. I say, well, sure. I mean, do you know if you're doing that, what type of release he's teaching you? And this new client said, well, what do you mean by release? I mean, it worked really well when I was learning from him because everything is more consistent, a fade pattern. I said, yeah, that is a fade release. So in other words, every time when you swing the golf club, in your mind you say your palm is facing the target. Guess what you're doing? You're doing a cut release, which if a lot of your viewers watch our channel, we talked about. There is a cut release, and there's a blot release, and there's a rip release. So basically, this coach has been teaching him, and he really liked because he was able to hit a consistent fade, a cut release. Palm to the target, Right hand control the face, so the club goes inside, you know. And it's really a classic fade ball fly, which is what we call the cut release. So I say, no wonder, you know, if you like this coach so much and you play well, so in other words, you have always been hitting a fade. So do you know that's what you're learning? He said, yeah, sure, because I really liked that when I was playing good, but then I just couldn't swing hard. It would go left. I said, well, yeah, because what he's teaching you is a cut release. So that cut release is not supposed to give you distance, but rather a fade ball fly. Because we all know a cut ball is not going to give you a lot of compression. He said, oh my God, is that what it is? He's been teaching me how to hit a fade? I say, yeah, you can say that, pretty much, right? Because, you know, he's saying the palms to the target, you can see palms to the target. So that image gives you a fade or cut release. So, what I'm trying to tell you guys is this: if you're watching this live stream right now, you really have to understand, if you have a coach, if you're learning something, what type of release are you learning? What type of ball fly are you learning, right? Because I know a lot of people, it gets very confusing about golf instructions. And to be honest with you, I truly believe golf swing is not that complicated. It's actually pretty simple, in my honest opinion, if you look into it from a learning perspective, right? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, right? So that is something you must understand when you're learning this difficult game, right? So the simplest way when we talk about spin and trajectory control, we already know your path, your swing path is the most important, okay? Because when you are learning swing, your body rotation controls your arm, controls the club, which creates proper rotational and swing path. But if you are using like the arms, the shoulders, and the chest, and the back muscles, where you're controlling the club based on understanding that you are controlling the arms, that would not give you a consistent swing path, right? So what is a consistent swing path? Right now, if I give you a sort of 2D demonstration, if I do this, if I turn my body, and you can see this is a consistent path, right? So if I manipulate my arms, if I do this, that means you wouldn't be able to create a consistent path. Now, mind you, because when I'm doing this movement right now, this is 2D, so I can actually use the shoulder socket as a center. So in your guys' view, you say, hey, look, he's creating a pretty consistent path, because that's 2D. So if I get to a 3D, now things will get a little bit tricky if you're very armsy, you use a lot of your arms. Okay? Now most people say, well, I can get a very consistent arm movement. I say, okay, sure, you can do that. But then again, you're not rotating the body. So then again, you're not able to create more club head speed, increase your club head speed, and increase the distance. And a lot of people always come to me, how come my long irons, they all have the same distance? Okay? So understanding the path is the most important, and the way how you create correct path, it has to come from your body rotation. Your arms following the body. Okay? So basically, this new client, I told him, I say, we got some more foundational stuff we have to work on. So you guys already guessed that he did not have a correct body rotation, which means he has a lot of arm movement, arm feeling, because remember we talked about how the palms to the target thing. So I say that, hey, look, you just don't have a lot of body rotational recognition. So we got to work on that. And we're going to work on, if you want to swing inside out, that means you got to create body rotational feeling, so that way you can swing the arms outward, or correct arm extension follow through, because he's got a lot of arms that's attracting, making contact here. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this: if you truly follow our channel, if you truly understand where we're coming from, you will finally and eventually understand the game of golf. You will really understand how the golf swing works. Okay, and then most importantly, so we're going to change the subject a little bit. Most importantly, you will, whenever you watch the TV, whenever you watch a golf tournament, based on how the professional move their body, you would say, hey, I think he's trying to hit a fade. I think he's trying to hit a draw. Oh, I think he's trying to swing a low ball. Oh, I think he's trying to swing a high. Those, I believe, you will have more, once you understand it, you have a lot more fun time watching golf. And also, let's flip the page. What if I say that to you right now, when you watch a PGA tournament, when you watch a LPGA tournament, the commentators, they're actually saying, hey, look at the way how he or she, her pre-shot routine or his pre-shot routine, I think he's trying to hit a fade, or I think he's trying to hit a draw, or I think he's trying to manipulate the ball that way. I guess you guys really never think, or you never hear when you watch a PGA tournament that a lot of commentators talk about that way, right? You always talk about, you always see, well, he's got a 6-iron. Oh my God, look at how long his 6-iron is. Oh my God, the drive is so long. I mean, if you really think about it, when you watch a PGA tournament, if you understand what the tour players want to do, I believe you will have a lot more fun time watching golf tournament and really understand, oh, that's why he's doing that. That's the reason why he's moving his body this way, right? And the truth is, I'm actually not just making it up, because I have clients that have been, has been taking a lesson with me for a long time. They actually tell me now I have more fun watching PGA tournaments and LPGA tournaments. I can see, based on a professional's pre-shot routine and what they want to do and what's their intention of how do they want to control the body, and then they can control the ball flight and the spin, right? So here's an example. If you see a tour player, if they have a wedge in their hand or short iron in their hand, if the ball position is very close to their body and they're doing maybe a moderate full swing, guess what? Based on that information, they are hitting a cut release, which is a fade ball. And that's 100%. Okay? So that's when I see that, I say, oh, okay, he's trying to hit a fade. He's trying to cut the ball. But that's just one of the examples. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that you can actually have more fun watching golf because you understand what the tour player is doing. For example, if you watch basketball, if you watch a point guard connect with the center, they might be doing a pick and roll. You say, oh, there's a pick and roll. I see it. You already see the pick and roll before they even start the pick and roll. Right? Because, again, that's just an example. If you see football, you say, oh, look, there's a shotgun, step backs. Because a lot of times when you watch sports, you predict what they try to do and you predict it correctly, and also you are more in the game, then you have more fun watching that sport. Right? Oh, they're doing a run game. They try to throw. Because if you watch football or if you watch basketball long enough, you will see what they try to do. But now obviously, not all the time you can predict. But if you watch PGA tournament, you say, oh, look, he tried to hit a fade, he tried to hit a draw. There's this pin there, pin on the green left, tugging tight to the left or back right. Those are the predictions, but which is based on knowledge, based on correct knowledge to understand what a spin and trajectory is all about. Now, obviously, most tour players is going to be in third stage because they are controlling spin and they're controlling trajectory because they are at the top of the game. So, if you really understand golf swing, if you really understand those 3 stages, you will have a lot more fun playing golf, learning golf, and watch golf. Okay? And this is absolutely true because I have clients came to me and gave me the feedback. They say, man, I'm having more fun watching golf now. It's not that I know more. Absolutely. So, I believe one day you've had the opportunity, go on to Golf Channel or go on to do the commentating. I wouldn't do it all the time. I'm just saying, look, based on his setup, based on his practice swing, he's trying to hit a draw. Based on what he's doing, the club selection, he's trying to hit a knockdown or control distance, and look at the wind, look at the green, right? Look at the way how the green slopes. So those are things that you can talk about, and which I highly believe that most commentators that work for Golf Channel or work for those tournaments, they should have the knowledge to talk about a golf tournament in that way. If you guys think about it, just think about what I'm trying to say to you. If they can talk about how a player intention is, and I believe you have a lot more fun watching golf. But I really don't know anybody that commentating the golf game or tournament in that way. Okay, and it's funny, a lot of times you would see the TV and they would talk about the swing. I'm like, wait a minute, you're talking about his swing from the front camera front? And you can talk about the movement. But hold on now, man, Johnny, hold on, Nick Faldo and, whoever's talking about it. Based on the movement, what is he trying to do? What type of ball flight is he trying to do? Because that swing you just talked about may not be the same swing on the next tee box. Why I'm telling you guys all of this? Because it will confuse the hell of you guys. Because all they talk about is what I call the external pictures. Nick Faldo would comment on, hey, look at Rory's swing. Again, all they're commenting on is external pictures. They would never say, look at this swing, he's trying to hit a draw. Or look at this swing, he's doing a fade. Oh, look at that, he's probably trying to do a low ball. You would never hear that. Okay? Because the swing that he's just commenting on, it will be different on the next tee box. If the hole or the wind is different, obviously, it's different. So I do believe it confuses you guys. It truly will confuse you guys. Because right now, if I swing this way, and someone try to comment on my swing, they better know what I'm doing, what's the ball going, right? Because if you don't know where the ball is going, and you learn the information from the commentation, guess what's going to happen? And you're going to try to do it, but not knowing where the ball is going? That's not going to help your game. Right? If you don't know the result, why does it matter? Those are just surface stuff. So that to me, I truly find golf fascinating. As crazy as it sounds, the technology, you know, you actually watch PGA tournaments right now, you see the ball fly, right? But obviously, not all the time. But I'm saying to you, because they always try to use the technology to make you enjoy watching it more. But what I'm also saying to you is that you can watch it and enjoy even more if you have the knowledge. Okay? And all the commentators can make you watching experience elevate, have more fun. So those are things that what makes golf so interesting is that it's almost like the technology, the club technology, the the club making, the manufacturers, they put so much tech, so much information, so much technology in the club. But I truly believe the golf instructions or people who's around the golf industry, everything that people know about golf is very obsolete. Okay? And it's crazy to me that nobody talks about core. This is just, it's fascinating to me. Right? So that's something, I know a lot of people say, man, yeah, people talk about core, but I'm saying the usage of core. Really understand what core, what lower body, what your hips are doing. And you will find all those information from our golf channel, our videos. Okay? So, actually, I'm going to take a moment because I just thought about this earlier. I saw that we have a machine. I'm going to show you guys the usage of the core. Hold on a second. You have any questions? No? No? Okay. How many viewers? 10. All right, awesome. So, alright guys, so we all know what that is, right? That's a trampoline, okay? I want to use this as an example of a core movement and also what I mean by what the commentators are seeing and what they're telling you is different than reality. Okay, this is very important. So, I'm going to get up here, right? I'm going to do this. So, I'm going to start to move now, as you guys can see, I am moving up and down. But the question is, how do I move up and down? Because a lot of viewers, when you see me doing this, you feel like, oh, I'm moving my arms up and down. No. The reason why I'm moving up and down, but obviously I'm using this bouncy effect. But the reason why I was able to move up and down, I'm using my core. I'm using my core to make my body go up and down. But you can simply commentate and go, oh look, his legs are failing, you know, his legs are moving, his arms are moving. But that's not how I move. What you see, the arm movement, the leg movement, is purely a byproduct of center motion from my core. So in other words, if you try to do this and try to move your legs and move your arms, you're not going to be able to do it. It's almost like golf swing. You say, oh look, Tiger's over here, his body's over there. You're not going to be able to do that until you understand how the movement is produced. This is a prime example where I did not move my arms, my legs. I have to create core pressure. I have to create core pressure to create up and down movement. So that's why earlier I saw that. I said, okay, I'm going to use this to show you guys what is real and what is not. So this is exactly what a golf instruction should about. Should about what's real, not about, oh, look at how high the arms are. Look what the arms are doing. Look at what the legs doing. Look at all that, right? So, if you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you, you should know that where we, as a company, today we actually have I have a new assistant. She's behind the camera. Her name's Wendy, right? Wendy, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you for Wendy helping out. So, again, as a company, as a brand, we are absolutely expanding. The reason why, because we want to preach the correct idea of learning golf. Okay? So, I'm going to show you guys one more time. This is exactly what I mean by understanding the movement of the body. So right now I'm stationary. In order for me to go up and down, I have to move my core. To do that, not my arms and not my legs when I'm doing this. Alright? So, I'm going to put that back. And Jason's like, what's he doing with that?
Yeah, just leave it, yeah.
I'm going to leave it here.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's exactly what I mean by when the commentator is talking about the arms and legs, everything is external. We already know, if you guys watch our golf channel, we talked about there's internal golf swing mechanics and external swing golf mechanics. You must learn from inside out, but not outside in. Okay? If you learn from outside in, you're not going to get better. I mean, you can always hit the ball, just like this new client said, well, I play golf in the low 80s, and sometimes I shoot 70s, but how can I get better? How can I get more distance? So I say, well, or you really want to do what you tell me to do, or you might think you know what to do, or you feel like it's going to be easy. The truth is, based on what he asked me, it's not going to be easy, because it's just not going to be easy to say, hey, I'm going to get more distance, I'm going to start learning how to hit draw, because we got to go back to foundations and fundamentals. Because if someone swings with the arm, you know, the palm of the hand face the target, goes a little bit outside in, those are a little bit harder to correct. So, you know, I told him, I said, look, really start watching our channel, use this winter season, you know, you got 4 months to really sort of foundationally correct the sort of the way how you see what a golf swing is. You know, it might, now see again, the downside is that it might mess up his game, quote unquote, but I say, well, this is my honest assessment. If you want to do what you tell me that's what you want to do, that's the only way. Okay? And the truth is, in my honest opinion, that is the only way. There's no any other way he's going to try to hit a draw or get more distance. So he looked at me. I said, well, you know, think about it. You don't have to tell me now, you know. And like I tell you guys before, I don't usually push for packages. I want people to really fully buy into what FO Golf, Energy First, Impact Later is all about. I tell him to think about it, come back to me if he thinks I'm right, or he might go to a different coach, right? The different coach could tell him to complete different thing. You all know every coach teaches a little bit differently, right? Again, he has 6 coaches before me, so this coach that he might go to after me would tell him something he liked to hear. But I can guarantee you, if he doesn't do what I tell him to do, He's not going to increase distance, and he's not going to hit a draw. I can promise you that. But he will like what the next coach tell him. But remember, he already has 6 coaches. We probably, or they, every time when he go to a new coach, he had the exact same conversation. It's only about, is he going to buy into what I'm telling him? And the truth is, I think buy into is a very sort of manipulative word. All I'm saying to you is that I'm telling you the truth. It's up to you, believe or not. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, how are we doing on time, Jason?
We're at 45 minutes.
45 minutes? Good. So, I know today is a little bit last minute because this live stream, I'm getting really busy. So hopefully sometime this year and the end of next year, we'll have a regular schedule because I'm not able to put a regular schedule. So a lot of times, you know, most people are not, you know, if we put on a regular stage schedule, most people go, oh wait, you know, this time, this week of the month, FO Golf channel, Energy First Golf is going to put up a live stream. So we're going to have a lot more people participate and ask questions.
Hopefully by the time we have our own location, so we have a set schedule.
Right. Well, that's what we want to do, Jason. You know, Jason's absolutely right. And we want to do that. And we want to give you guys a lot more sort of interaction, communicating with us. I know a lot of you, I really appreciate the love. You know, our subscribers are increasing. But I know, you know, if you watch our video, if you just watch one video, it's going to sound crazy to you. You'll be like, well, what is he talking about? You know, I'm just looking for tips. I'm just looking for this quick thing, you know, maybe do just 2 things. I hit 300-yard drive, or maybe do this 15 movement, or this one thing I can hit a draw. You know, we don't talk about that because in my honest opinion, it's impossible to just do one thing or 15 things. What does that 15 things mean? You see, because you got to make sure you build everything that regarding the golf swing from inside out, from the correct steps. That's really what you have to focus on, think about. And that's really what our channel and our videos is all about, a teaching system. And I know a lot of times people say, well, how come there's so many different ideas? Well, it really is up to you, your intelligent mind, to separate the difference between us, Energy First, Impact Later, FO Golf, to all the other information. And there are times our information can coexist with certain coaches. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you go to a coach, if you want to take golf lessons, you must understand there's got to be a system. It can't be about just making good contact. Making good contact, hitting the ball straight, or try to be consistent, that's not the right way to learn. If you learn it correctly, if you want to learn this game correctly, you must learn how to control your body and understand what a golf swing really is all about and what is a golf swing for you. All right? So, and we can conclude right now. Jason, you want to add something?
No, we can conclude, and hopefully we have some good news about the location next time we do live stream.
Absolutely. We're gonna we keep trying on it because obviously we won't bore you with the details and everything, but this is our next endeavor and next goal for us as a company. And thank you, Jason, and thank you, Wendy. Wendy, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. I'll see you next time.
For everyone who's watching, who's reading the Chinese, we're gonna switch to the Chinese.
Yeah, we're going to, as you all know, we just did the English, and then we're going to go to the Chinese live stream. All right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.